Hey guys, it's Cameo Rosie Red Charizard here, and today's video is 10 activities that you can do in New York State. I'll probably list a little bit more throughout the video, and if you have any other ideas or suggestions, go ahead and put them down below. These are just the ones that I have done since I lived in New York State my entire life, except for the few for about a year when I was living in Maryland and West Virginia. But these are what I have done so far. So the first one is Watkins Glen Gorge, which there's a lot of advertisement for it, especially like when you go onto Instagram or look on Google. It's usually the first one of the national parks says like, okay, come explore it. Honestly, it is really beautiful. There is a lot of naturally made waterfalls there. There's one that is in the shape of a heart, which is very beautiful to see to the naked eye. Usually I suggest going around fall. And then the other things that are also in Watkins Glen is Havana Glen, which Havana is also in Watkins, which that is I believe it's a naturally made waterfall where you can have a actually dip, you can like swim in it at the very bottom. You would normally go through like a campground kind of to get there though. And I want to say I went during the fall around August, and it was pretty nice out to go swimming. I went a couple of years ago, and to get to the swimming hole, it's probably less than a mile hike. While with the gorge, you have multiple stairs that you gotta go up of, and some of the stairs are like slippery. So if you do go, especially like if you have issues with stability or your balance, please just be careful and pay attention to your surroundings because like the stairs are also carved out stone. And let's see what next. So the next thing I have on my list is the Finger Lakes wine tours. Watkins Glen, Ithaca, which I believe is also Cayuga, and then there's multiple other lakes. To be honest, I learned the names of the lakes in high school, and I haven't traveled that much around them. I've been to only Cayuga and the Seneca Lake, and both are very beautiful to see with your naked eye. And the wine tours, they travel up the entire side of the lakes. You can actually get a brochure from one of the hotels nearby, or you can actually look it up and follow it. I've had people tell me that their wine slushies are really good. Some of their wines are actually really good. And the next thing I would like to state is the dinner cruises. The one that I went on was the Captain Bill's one on Seneca Lake. We went on the teen cruise, which was for my brother's birthday, and it actually was fairly nice. You get to be on the center of the lake. They bring you certain foods. You get to socialize, and of course, it's a peaceful boat tour. How can you say no? Um, the next one would be Niagara Falls. Everyone's heard of Niagara Falls, how beautiful it is, how it's connected to Canada as well, so you need a passport to travel to the Canada side. And hopefully I will get a chance to travel to the Canada side. That probably won't be until like next year because I have to get my passport. And best time to go is usually close to the afternoon to almost night because sometimes they'll light up the falls in these beautiful colors. And you can actually get a smock or like a little rain poncho and stand underneath of the falls, and they'll give you these foam sandals so you don't actually get your own sandals or shoes destroyed. I tried keeping the poncho, but the poncho was one of those things where I used to fight with my mom about it, be like, I'm keeping it in my closet. And I'm assuming it ended up getting thrown away when I went and visited my dad or something. um, but you can also go on a boat tour and see all the different falls. And I believe, sorry, I just ate, so I have a little bit left here. Okay, so basically, what you can do is go on a boat tour, and sometimes they'll bring you close to the Canada border. And you'll see like a Ferris wheel, and I believe it's like a needlepoint tower. I think there's a specific name for it, but I can't remember it. And usually to get up towards Niagara, you do have to pay toll fees. So if you go, please make sure you have change in your car just in case. The next one that I really enjoy is Syracuse Mall. It is a four-story, like 4 to 5 story mall, and you can wander that thing for hours if it's your first time there. I usually would go and get their kung fu tea because I love the strawberry milk slush. Um, and they have a bowling alley, an arcade, multiple different stores. Sorry, like a little mosquitoes close by, so I like to bring it out of the way. So there is a lot of activities. There's a ropes course. There is a two-tier Dix, which is like split level. I mean, and then there is also a JCP. There was a Macy's in there. I'm not 100% sure if the Macy's is still there. There is a hot sauce store, which I actually got their salsa from there, which is a chipotle pepper salsa, and that actually had a little bit of kick to it, which I enjoyed. uh, let's see. They do have a Margaritaville, but I heard that the Margaritaville is slowly going downhill. Each time I have gone to the Syracuse Mall, which I've gone a few times, I want to say probably like 5, 6 times, maybe more, the Margaritaville's been closed. Then they have a cheesecake warehouse, or cheesecake factory, sorry, which I really want to go to. That's my plan for next time I go up, is to go there. They have a Crocs store. They have actually a pretty big Five Below, which I really enjoy going into that. And then they have like this beanbag chair store. And each time I go in, I always want to sit on the one that you can like make into a recliner. And I actually ended up buying their stuffed animal one. I got their box, which I left at my ex's house, so my son, my son more or less plays with it. And if you hear that, that's actually the train. I did not mean to record while the train's going by. But I wanted to get out of the house a little bit and just sit on my porch. I'm planning to get some furniture here. So the next item on my list is Seabreeze in Darien Lake. Seabreeze is located in Rochester, which is an amusement park with which I usually go for like their water park section. And Darien Lake is also another amusement park that's in Corfu, New York. I think I said that correctly. Corfu. And Darien Lake has so many beautiful concerts there. I think the most recent one they had was maybe Red Hot Chili Peppers or Sam Smith, something like that. I haven't looked recently. I'm trying to find the concert I want to go to. But the location is very clean. It's also very beautiful. Normally, it's not super packed unless you go like in the middle of the summertime, which kind of what do you expect? It's also an amusement park that has a pretty big name on it. So the next one on my list would be House. or sorry, Howe Cavern and Howe's Cave, New York. It's up towards like Albany, and it has a beautiful cavern with tons of different jewels and stuff like that. Or uh, sorry, my brain just went. So basically, like any other cavern, you can go through and look at the stalagmites and tights, stalactites. I usually go to the one that's in Knoebels, PA, like the Knoebels Park. Let's see. There he goes. My camera was just being a little odd for a minute. The next one would be the Animal Adventure Park in Harpersville. Yeah, in Harpersville. And that is basically a zoo that has one of the most well-known giraffes that is for New York, other than the Syracuse Zoo, which is pretty big, and there's a few other zoos in the area. Honestly, if you're looking for a zoo to take your little child to, I would definitely suggest the Animal Adventure Park or Iron Kettle Farm's a pretty nice petting zoo, which Iron Kettle is in Candor, I believe, which they do the petting zoo. They have a little haunted house. They give you can get like homemade Amish donuts and stuff like that. I believe they also have like a corn maze and a few other small, cute things. I'm probably gonna take my son there this year, if not, probably next year. But I want to go before it gets too cold. Given right now it's end of September and I'm wearing a cardigan, and I'm pretty fine, so I might end up taking him next month. If I do, I'll record it. So the next thing would be the K House in Ithaca, which the K House is a karaoke bar where you can rent out the room. I believe it's $50 per person per hour. I was looking into it, and that's what I was told. If that's not correct, I'll redact my statement and say the correct hours. You can also look them up on Google and see if you are interested in doing so, because I know Ithaca is a college town, which they do have a few museums there. There's one that is. It had to do with like Ice Age and dinos. I think it was called like the historical one or something like that. The historical museum. Then there's a museum of play, which I can't remember where that's located. I know it's in like Rochester or Syracuse area. I want to say it's in Rochester. So the final item I have on my list though is the Enchanted Forest Water Safari, which is a water park, which is located in Old Forge, New York. And it does have a small section that's like about Paul Bunyan, like in the full lumberjack outfit. You can take a picture in front of it. Their slides and everything there was actually pretty fun. I didn't think it was too crowded. The lines probably took me maybe like 3 or 4 minutes at most, but I also went with friends, so I was talking to them while also waiting, which made it seem a lot faster. And before the video does get too long, I would like to say thank you all for watching. I really hope you guys like this video. Please like and subscribe. And if you have any suggestions to what sorry for me to do in New York, or maybe to experience, please go ahead and tell me it down below, or comment it on my TikTok or Instagram, anything like that. Sorry, I had to close out my notepad. And please, if you do have any other video suggestions, I know some of you want me to do another get ready with me, which I'll probably do a get ready with me based on my work attire, because I start my first day at my new job tomorrow. and I'll probably do a small video on how to get a job and all the things you need to do to prepare for it. If you guys are interested, please let me know. And have a wonderful day, okay? Bye!